Find two quantities whose sum is 78 and whose product is 1296. Let's write that in terms of algebra. The sum of these, let's call these two, let these numbers, these quantities be x and y, be the quantities. So we have the sum being equal to 78 and the product 1296. From this, it implies that x is equal to 1296 divided by y. And so now we can substitute into this equation, the first one. Let's call this equation 1 and this equation 2. So in equation 1, we can substitute for x. Now we know what x is, which is 1296 over y. Add y is equal to 78. If we rearrange this and also add this quantity to this quantity, we have the quadratic y squared minus 78y and 1296 is equal to 0. Now we need to solve this quadratic. What we could do first, before trying to find factors, what we could do is check b squared minus 4ac. Now b squared minus 4ac is called the discriminant, which will give us an idea of what the roots, the nature of the roots of this quadratic equation. So here we have our quadratic equation and the discriminant b squared minus 4ac. We'll see what this is. So b squared, that's it's minus 78 squared. B squared minus 4a is 1 and c is 1296. This gives us 684 minus 5184 gives us 900, which is greater than 0. This indicates that we have two real roots and that they are distinct. This will involve using the quadratic formula, where we have a 1 b minus 78 and c equal 1296. Our formula x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root b squared minus, we'll run out of space here, x is equal to minus b plus or minus the square root b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. And if we plug in our values, we have 78 plus or minus square root minus 78 squared minus 4 times 1 times 1296. Start that again. 78 plus or minus square root minus 78 squared minus 4 times 1296. all over 2 times 1. I'll leave that as an exercise for you to compute. But the main idea here is we used substitution to arrive at this quadratic equation. And if you have been following my past videos, you'd also recognize that what this problem is actually asking you to find the sum of the roots. We call the roots alpha and beta, which is equal to minus b over a, and the product of the two roots, alpha, beta, which is equal to c over a, minus b over a, which would be minus 78 over a, which is 78, and alpha beta, which is c over a, 1296 over 1. Thanks for watching. I'm Alistair.